Hello everyone, this is Left, Right and Centre and I'm Maria Shakil. Once again, Pushpa 2 is at the centre of a political controversy. But this time, the star cast in this row are none other than former Andhra Chief Minister and YSRCP Chief Jagan Mohan Reddy and the current Chief Minister and TDP supremo Chandrababu Naidu. The controversy erupted when in a YSRCP rally, the party supporters were seen carrying placards with the dialogue Rappa Rappa, dialogue which is used in Pushpa 2 in association with a violent scene actually surfaced there. As a retort to YSRCP's Rappa Rappa, Chandrababu Naidu did not hesitate and said that the placard exposes YSRCP's criminal mindset. Before I go to the guests, here's a quick wrap-up and listen in to what TDP leader and Andhra Minister Nara Lokesh had to say.
Rappa Rappa has become a controversy now, but does that also reflect the level of debate here? Because attacks in many senses are quite personal in Andhra Pradesh. They are very sharp, they are very personal as well, whether it's on social media or leaders talking about each other.
I mean, if you look at it, we've never taken a shot below the belt. We've never dealt it like that. We've always been respectable about the Honourable former Chief Minister and Pulivendal MLA. We never ever did anything to defame him or his family. We would always speak about the issue. When our Karyakarta knowingly or unknowingly put a post against Jagan Mohan Reddy's wife, we took action. He went to judicial remand. He went to jail. Did Jagan Mohan Reddy ever take an action like that? When my mom was offended, when my wife was insulted, when I was personally insulted, his own MLAs, his own MPs, his own ministers used foul language against public representatives, against people. Did he take ever an action? And today the sad part is he's saying there's nothing wrong with a flexi. That means he's promoting violence.
Are you planning legal action on that? Will police register a case?
Already case has been registered. The people who have held those flexis are in police custody.
That man is not from your party?
He's absolutely not from my party. He's not.
The photographs that have been put out saying that he's a member of the Telugu Desam, is that right?
It's been morphed. It is nowhere, he has nothing to do with Telugu Desam party because Telugu Desam party Karyakartas are never like that. If Telugu Desam party Karyakartas are so violent, do you think Jagan Mohan Reddy can step out of his house? Do you think it's so easy for him to go around? Our leader, Mr. Naidu, has taught us that we have to be disciplined, we have to be focused on public issues, and that we are. And that is why we won with 94% of the seats. And that is why today, Pulivendal MLA doesn't even have leader of opposition status.
Karthik is the national spokesperson of YSRCP. Deepak Reddy is national spokesperson of TDP. Karthik, who is really provoking the other political party? If it's not you.
Well, they are provoking, and that is quite evident in the whole scenario because Mr. Lokesh is actually lied so blatantly in the previous video because he was telling he's not from TDP. I have the membership card right in my hand. And this is the membership ID card with the number that he belongs to TDP. And I've got photographs in the hand saying that, he's from TDP. This is purely deployed. And we're not for theatrics here. We talk facts. We're not for sensationalization.
10 minutes.
But can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, Karthik, go ahead.
Yeah, and the same gentleman who just spoke, Mr. Lokesh, is actually holding the Red Book Constitution, which is clearly shown here. So what's happening in the state, and they're talking about our leaders are not provocative. The speaker of the assembly, Mr. Ayanu Patradu, he's actually telling Jagan is lost, but he's not killed. This is a proof that he was talking in a private affair. And the very old gentleman who happened to be one of the old MLAs is yesterday telling that we chopped the heads of the opposition parties. And this is on record. This is not about sensationalization. Let's bring some sensitivity to the conversation. We're not for theatrics. We're not for cinema dialogues. And this is something which, this is actually lying on the, the Red Book Constitution, which is happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh, where they have actually given a big hoardings in the state. What's happening? That is why we have documented a 160 to 70 pages saying that what's deception versus trust. And seeing all this, TDP
no,
is
I mean, my question is also, Karthik, that if there is a legitimate action, for example, in the liquor scam, you are seeing that as revenge, you're calling that as vindictive politics, rather than looking at problems which existed during the previous regime. If there are certain corruption allegations, that has to be responded to rather than being dismissed as pure vindictive politics.
I beg your pardon. That's why. Don't call it a scam. It's not a scam yet. There is a judicial process. Do not declare that as a scam, please. We've been repeatedly telling that. I have one straight question. When the same SIT, who is now probing Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy and the rest of the team, the same SIT has put the Honorable Chief Minister today, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, as A3. What's happening? What did change? So the same SIT is was probing Mr. Chandrababu Naidu as A3, and now, if this is not vindictive, they're false alleging people, Mr. Chevredi Bhaskar Reddy and others who are nowhere related to this whole thing is now sent to jail without any causation notices. They've been withheld just without giving notices. What's happening in the state? There are about 2,000.
Please respond to all the charges coming in, Deepak Ganapati.
Maria, truth is a very big casualty when it comes to YSRCP. So hence, a little bit of time need to be given so that I put the facts forward. I would like to show a 5-second video where Lokesh Ji was actually, Lokesh Ji was doing a Padayatra before the elections. You can see the euphoria in the people when they say, once the meeting gets over, the euphoria is Psycho has to go and Cycle has to come. So the people of Andhra Pradesh were fed up with him, and they did not give that party an opposition status, and they threw them out of power with just only 11 MLAs. Not just this one flexi. I would like to show this. More than 5-6 flexis. Another one says, we are not going to get in Indian constitution. We are going to get his grandfather, Raja Reddy's constitution in. And once we come to power, we are going to hunt each one of you guys down. So this kind of a provocative 5 different flexis were put out. And another thing I would like to show, their karyakartas going in the village with swords. Look at this. Can you believe this? Can you see them running around with the swords, with their flags? So this family, if you see earlier, Chandrababu Naidu ji has clearly said Jagan Mohan Reddy was Pablo Escobar. But he is a man with, he's a combination of political crime, corruption, and you can say the drug mafia put together in one. So that is the reason. That is the reason the people of Andhra Pradesh have totally thrown that party out, not giving them even an opposition status. So now the shocking thing is, Jagan Mohan Reddy comes on air and says that particular person belongs to TDP, but now he's attracted towards me. What he spoke is nothing wrong. He comes on air and says that. Purely supporting violence. And the pleasure you can see coming out of him, with brutally, if they are being killed, like how the goats are killed in Gangama Jatara, that's okay, it seems. So, look at the mentality. So he's taken the state 20 years behind. And now Chandrababu Naidu ji has put out a strong message today. We are not going to tolerate this kind of a behavior by anybody with ill political motives, and we are going to take stringent action. So this kind of a political drama to take back Andhra Pradesh will not be tolerated is a message which has been given in a very stringent manner.
Karthik, we have invariably seen that the party which has been in power, when it goes and occupies the opposition space, they try and look at ways to return. That's all right. That's good politics. But it's also about giving an alternative. What is it that you're offering or you can offer to the people of Andhra Pradesh which has not been already given or being planned by Chandrababu Naidu?
So the equation is very clear. They keep bringing up the 11 seats. The percentage of vote share is rock solid, which is 40%, is about 40%. Let's not forget that number. And then twisting the arm of alliance is not very far by the people of Andhra Pradesh. The whole question here is they've given promises worth 170,000 crores, where none of that is getting fulfilled. You take any number. So we spent 300 crores just for Arogyasri, spending 3,600 crores a annum. None of that. Everything is in halt. They spent 300 crores today just for Yoga Day program. And I don't know if the sentiments and the efforts of the government are actually elsewhere. They're not for the development. What's happening in the state? We're not understanding. There are about 2,466 cases registered so far, which never happened. 300 plus murders have happened. There are about 720 social media activists were
Numbers
actually
coming from you. If these are not registered cases, then why should we believe you either?
It's on record. They can challenge it. That's the whole point here. We come with tons of data every time. They choose sensationalization all the time over sensitivity. That's why they came in and say that all of the cinema dialogues, Rappa Rappa, and that's not what Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy has said himself. The journalists were asking this is what had happened, and he's actually taking the information,
Okay.
and that's all what happened. That did not come from Mr.
Very
Jagan
quick
Mohan Reddy.
response
That's on record.
To another story now. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Maria.
come back again.
Deepak Ganpati,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Yeah.
Maria, you can see him using those words and justifying, saying that that particular boy was earlier in TDP, but now he's with us. He likes us, and you can see there people running around with swords. This is the culture. This family has 3 generations of violence and blood on their hand, and anybody from Andhra knows their background. What is shocking is after Jagan Mohan Reddy becoming the CM this time, they have taken corruption to a level which cannot be comprehended by anybody in India. The Delhi liquor case is like a child's play. They have siphoned off more than 30 to 40,000 crores in the liquor case. And
There's no
every
relation,
day
Mr. Deepak,
some
between
scam or
Delhi.
the other keeps
There
coming
is
out.
no
Some
any
scam or the
relation
other keeps
between.
Please, one
Mr.
second,
Deepak.
let me complete. Some scam or the other keeps coming out every day, and Jagan Mohan Reddy feels that his time is numbered and he would be going to jail. And that is why now he's trying to create a law and order issue and instigate people. But my request is don't fall into the trap because you would get arrested.
All right.